On October 12, 1972, Flight 571, a Fairchild FH-227D, takes off from Montevideo, Uruguay, bound for Santiago, Chile. The flight carries 45 souls, including members of the Old Christians Club rugby team, their families, and friends. The passengers are filled with excitement and anticipation, eager for their journey through the Andes. The aircraft descends, leaving behind the bustling city and heading into the vast expanse of the South American wilderness. The landscape below shifts from urban sprawl to the imposing Andes Mountains, a majestic but perilous backdrop. As the aircraft approaches the Andes, the weather deteriorates. Thick clouds envelope the mountains, reducing visibility to near zero. The pilots, experienced but faced with unpredictable conditions, struggle to maintain their bearings. The plane's engines roar as it battles turbulence and the sudden drop in temperature. Inside, the passengers grip their seats, their initial excitement giving way to nervousness. The mountains loom closer, their snow-capped peaks hidden by the swirling storm. The cockpit is filled with urgent communication between the pilots, the tension palpable as they attempt to navigate through the storm. Despite their efforts, the plane's instruments fail to provide accurate readings amidst the storm. The aircraft's altitude drops alarmingly, and the pilots realize they are in a dire situation. With a violent jolt, the plane slams into the mountainside. The sound of tearing metal and shattering glass fills the cabin as it comes to a sudden, jarring stop. Snow begins to drift into the shattered fuselage, mingling with the debris. The survivors are thrown into chaos, dazed and injured, struggling to comprehend their situation. Outside, the storm continues to rage, blanketing the wreckage in a layer of white. In the aftermath of the crash, the survivors face a brutal reality. The wreckage is scattered across a snowy slope, and temperatures plunge well below freezing. With limited food supplies and no means of communication, they must rely on their ingenuity and strength. The survivors, many of whom are injured, work together to create makeshift shelters from the plane's remnants. They ration their meager supplies and begin to salvage what they can from the wreckage. As days turn into weeks, they confront hunger, frostbite, and the psychological toll of their isolation. The stark, frozen landscape contrasts sharply with their desperate struggle for survival. Faced with dwindling supplies and no sign of rescue, the survivors are forced to make an unimaginable decision. In a testament to their will to live, they turn to cannibalism, consuming the bodies of the deceased to stay alive. This harrowing choice is driven by their primal need for sustenance. The psychological impact of this decision weighs heavily on them, but it becomes a grim necessity. Their bonds grow stronger as they face these extreme measures together, each person grappling with the moral and emotional implications of their actions. Meanwhile, back home, the families of the missing passengers are frantic. Search and rescue teams face significant challenges due to the harsh weather and the vast, rugged terrain. The search is hindered by the storm and the mountainous landscape, but hope persists. On October 23, 1972, a breakthrough occurs when a pair of Chilean mountaineers, on a separate expedition, spot the wreckage. The rescue operation begins, fraught with difficulty as rescuers navigate the treacherous conditions to reach the survivors. The sight of rescue teams arriving brings a wave of relief and tears to those who have endured so much. The ordeal leaves a lasting impact on them and their families. They are hailed as symbols of human endurance and resilience. The story of Flight 571 becomes a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit in the face of overwhelming adversity. The survivors' experiences are shared with the world, leading to profound reflections on survival, sacrifice, and the will to live.